Hello everybody, this is Chinokami and I am in Minecraft, and my friends and I have decided to build a town uh, way deep underground. We're actually one floor above the void. I don't know why my friend put us there, but he did. So this is where we're building our town, and actually um, I have been busy building a minecart station system thingy. So as you can tell, this is Chino Station, my station, if you couldn't tell. So yeah, this is the first time I have actually tried building any type of automated minecart system. So it's been a bit of a learning process for me, but it's been made a lot easier um, due to the booster tracks that have been added in the update. And if you don't know what the booster tracks are, these are the booster tracks. They are off right now. The booster tracks do exactly what they say. They boost your minecart. Now, before they had these booster tracks, the way to boost your minecart was to put another track next to it and have a second or even a third minecart push your minecart along and boost it along the track. Well, I guess he figured out, he being the creator of Minecraft, I'm drawing a blank on his name, I'm sorry. But I guess Notch figured out that it probably would be best to implement that into the game so people didn't have to make their own booster system. So that was nice of him, and now we have these wonderful booster tracks. And the really wonderful thing about them, and the property I have taken advantage of in my automated minecart system, is that when a minecart comes along and hits the booster track in the off state, it stops immediately. It basically works as a braking system, which is nice because I did not want my cart to just run through and you have to, first furiously right click just to get in. So I wanted to stop and give them time to get in and then go again. So yeah, I have two other stations, but the exteriors aren't built yet. But the insides, the guts of the what makes it tick, are basically working right now. But they're all pretty much the same, and I will show you this one. You can see the others from the outside because, like I said, there's no exterior. But this is where we built. This is where we did all our testing and experimenting and basically figuring things out. And it took us quite a long time. It actually took us a few hours. But so this is actually a new piece that was added as well. It's a I forget the actual name, but it's a actually let's look that up. It's a detector rail. So it basically works exactly like a pressure plate. So the cart comes in, hits this, it sends an electrical signal, but the big difference is the cart can pass over this and it won't even get slowed down. It's basically just like a rail and a pressure plate combined in one. So when our cart comes in here and hits this detector rail, it sends a signal through this circuit, and this circuit goes into here. The first loop goes through all of these delays. Now all of these are set at maximum, and it's not very efficient right now. It doesn't look efficient at all because we were just testing out different times to get the exact time that we wanted, and I think we have it set at about 10 seconds. Don't quote me on that. And I know there's an exact amount of delay for each of these settings. I don't know them by heart, I'm sorry, but we have 19 total, and it's roughly 10 seconds, which we're happy with. I don't know the exact time, I haven't formally timed it, but yeah, that's basically it. So it comes through here, comes through all of these delays, and then it goes through here, finishes the circuit, and the circuit comes here, and it activates the rail through here. And basically what happens is when the cart comes in and hits here, like I said before, these rails act as a braking system, so it'll brake but it'll brake in a slanted position. So once this booster is turned on, it no longer is braking the cart, so gravity takes over. And that's the key, because if gravity didn't take over and push it in this forward direction, the booster tracks wouldn't work on the cart. Because if you put a booster track on a flat piece and the minecart just landed on that flat piece and froze there, once the booster piece was activated again, there would be no preferred direction, so it wouldn't move at all. So you have to have, if you want to use this system, you have to have it slanted to help gravity work against it, so you can get it to boost in the direction you want. So I will show you how the circuit works. You can see everything light up. So basically, this lights up, and you heard the tone, but the other one didn't activate. That was okay. There should be two tones. So the second circuit comes in. It hits this first tone, and it's supposed to come in and hit this second tone after delay. So you get a two-tone chime to basically just let you know that the train has arrived. And then you heard the last tone, which is the departure tone. So when the final circuit comes through, it also goes to that note box. Okay, so, and that is the basic schematic of the minecart system. It's actually not that complicated, but it took us forever just to figure it out because, well, for one, we were working from scratch, and the biggest problem was getting the incoming speed just right, because we wanted it to be automated, so we didn't want to have to mess with it once we got it started. So we just wanted to keep running indefinitely, and you could get on whenever you want and get off, and there would be no problems, and it wouldn't stop. The biggest problem with that is if there's an object in the minecart, it travels faster. So sometimes if we would have it set so it worked perfectly for the minecart when somebody was in it. But when nobody was in it, it wouldn't travel fast enough, and it wouldn't even make it to this point. So when the booster track activated, it wouldn't even be there to get launched. On the other hand, when we made it work for nobody in the thing, it would get to this point just fine. But when we put somebody in it, it would have so much speed that it would actually get to this flat piece, and it would just stop there, and it wouldn't go at all. So that was the hardest part, was just messing with all of these tracks and getting the speed just right so that it works just fine. And I think I've pretty much got it down on the other stations. It's pretty much, it's not nearly as complicated anymore, because I've actually got a better design on the other ones than this one, but I'll let you see that later. But yeah, let's take it for a ride so you can see the entire system. That's actually just our test track before we implemented other stations. So yeah, let's just get this thing started. We'll start from here. It's probably a good starting spot. So we go up here, come into the station, we hit that note. There we go, it did it twice. So we're just waiting here for about 10 seconds, and this would be when somebody would probably hop in or get out, do whatever. Heard the departure chime, and the booster track worked beautifully. Go up here over the road, down through here. And they've actually been doing a lot of work. I haven't seen this before. So here's our second station coming up, and we're going to hit an incline, which will help slow us down and stop us right here. So we should be in position to go again. And there we go, again. And that also works when it's empty. We've tested it several times, so hopefully it will continue to work. I don't know, sometimes there are some weird glitches and it decides not to, but it should work. So yeah, you can see the delayed signal going through. Like I said, there's 19 of those. And so yeah, that's our third and final station. We'll probably add more, but those are the big ones we need right now. And so the main difference between those stations and the first one is that there's an incline when you first come in, or at least there's an immediate incline. Here is kind of a gradual incline. So yeah, and here we are back at our home station, and here's the chime, and we can get out, and it should just run on its own. So we'll watch this thing go, and there it goes. Watch it go through without anybody in it. The biggest problem I've been having is whether or not I want to implement multiple carts into this track, because I really want to, but the biggest thing I'm worried about is, since the empty carts do travel much slower, as you can tell I didn't go nearly as far, since they do travel much slower, unless all of the carts were ridden exactly equally as much, then some carts would be further ahead than others, and eventually you would get a traffic jam. It would just be inevitable. So that's the biggest problem in implementing multiple ones. So there's two solutions to that. Basically, have a separate track that goes in the opposite direction, and have just two carts running instead of one for each station, or just keep the stations relatively few apart. I'm sorry, I can't talk today. Basically, keep the distances relatively short so that the commute times aren't that long. So the yeah, so that's my biggest problem right now. I'm still trying to figure out how we can implement that, but I'm still not finished with this track. So that's way in the future, but that's pretty much it. That's our automated track system. I've seen some pretty clever ones online, but I like mine because it seems pretty, I guess, efficient and simple. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, or if you have your own minecart system, want to share it, you have a video, I'd love to see it. I always love seeing other people's creativity, because people do some really awesome things. And actually, I think I'm in a graveyard. Oh yes, that's a hospital, by the way. Yeah, people do some really awesome things in Minecraft, so I'd love to see if you have some really good videos, especially of your minecart systems. But yeah, so I think I'll end it here. I'll try and send an update once I've kind of polished up the system better and got it looking better, added the stations, and finished the road. I don't want to leave it just as this line of concrete. I want to put some type of barrier so that people can't troll the track and stop this train or make it go the opposite direction. But anyway, yeah. So that's what I'm probably going to be working on for the next few days. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, thank you for watching. I'll try and upload a video soon. Bye bye.